Oh, children, what is going on today? February 17th, 2023. This is Randy Ritchie, Premier Pro Wrestling. And we're doing a little series every day this month for Black History Month. And today, because Mama says it bees that way sometimes, we're honoring the Iceman King Parsons. And the biggest thing that comes to mind first with Iceman King Parsons, especially knowing what I know now, is why in the hell WWF Vincent McMahon never signed the Iceman. I can't even find a dark match with the Iceman working for WWF, WWF, WWE. Ponderous, man. Not only was this cat good looking, charismatic, one hell of a storyteller, but he was about the most well traveled guy out of anybody you can think of. Unbelievable. I'm glad that we're doing these things because it's making me look up things and learn things I never knew, forget things and remember things, and forget things that I remembered, remember things that I forgot. So, how am I tied to the Iceman? Well, I knew there was something about him that I liked. We did share a locker room from time to time back when I was with World Class Championship Wrestling in Dallas at the Sportatorium for the Von Erichs. He was only there from time to time, though. He wasn't an every week guy, and I think I understand why now. But anyway, this guy was so well traveled, I just don't understand. He drew money everywhere he went. He drew money mostly as a baby face, but when he turned heel and he was damn ready for it. I mean, this guy, the Iceman, was the first black WCCW champion, and they're calling him the third black World Wrestling champion. You hear my cat back there selling for the Iceman? He knows a good thing when he sees it. Um, So, I mean, that's a barrier that he broke. At the end of the day, let's say you historians, you factotums, Iceman King Parsons was the third black world wrestling champion. I started this thing with Mama Says It Bees That Way Sometimes because I saw Sid Vicious, who I can't stand, by the way, try and coin that phrase at WCW. And he looked so uncomfortable. It looked stupid. And it was beyond like Wigger stuff, man. The guy just looked ridiculous. Like, it's like, hey, man, I want a t shirt. I'm going to try something. He stole that shit from my man, the Iceman. Huh. So let's put it this way. Not everybody fucked with the WCW NWA. I guess it's the NWA champion at the time. And that belt was tossed back and forth primarily between Harley Race, the great Harley Race, the late great Harley Race, and Richard Flair. Well, this is how over the Iceman was. They built him up to work with NWA champ Harley Race when Harley Race was the NWA champion. Now, like I said before, I'd see the Iceman at the Sportatorium. I would pay homage and say hello, but he wasn't there looking for pals, if you know what I'm saying. He always looked like he was there for a purpose, for a reason, and outside of hello, let's not try to go in there and F with this guy when he's got something on his mind, obviously. At the end of the day, factually, Iceman King Parsons was an amazing talent that was extremely well traveled. I've always liked him, even when I was a kid, when I was a fan watching wrestling in 1984. And the Iceman King Parsons was part of that world class championship wrestling out of Dallas, which was one of the first companies to appear all over the United States on a syndicated TV, and shortly after that, and cross over to Bill Watts' UWF, which was also nationally syndicated. So we got our share of the Iceman, and I seen him as a babyface, and I seen him as a heel, and he was compelling both ways. Now, I'm going to close with this, and this is what I love about pro wrestling. You kids used to like to play the 6 degrees or 7 degrees to Kevin Bacon, one way, shape, or form. Everybody in entertainment and in movies is tacked or related to Kevin Bacon. Well, here's what I read, and I didn't even realize this. Everybody that knows me knows that I got most of my chops in pro wrestling, most of my charisma, most of my storytelling, and a lot of my in-ring from handsome Jimmy Valiant, the World Wrestling Entertainment Hall of Famer, the Boogie Woogie Mayon. Now, I guess what had happened was this. Before the Iceman went to world class and they were going to give him a push, and it was the hottest territory at the time in the country, he was finishing up at Mid Atlantic and he was rooming with the Boogeyman. He was rooming with Handsome. And for that to happen, Handsome didn't room with just anybody. You had to be a friend, you had to be in Boogie's heart. And this is what I'm talking about. He was searching high and low and stressing, and young talent with a clue gets that, looking for a moniker, a name. Well, I'll be goddamned. Him and Boogie were sharing a room. They were talking about it. And Iceman was leading up against the ice machine. The ice machine went off, and he said, "Brother, brother, that's it. The Iceman King Parsons, baby." The rest is history. Today, again, we salute, we honor, we respect Iceman King Parsons. I hope you guys are enjoying these black wrestlers. You should know, I know I am. It's not even a chore. And notice this is ad-free, commercial-free, YouTube commercial-free. Please support Premier Pro Wrestling on Pro Wrestling Tees, Premier Pro Wrestling. Stream our content and get exclusive podcasts from a library of 180 podcasts between myself and Casey James. And at the very least, would you be so kind as to like and subscribe while you're here? That would be the neighborly thing to do. All right, neighbors. We'll talk tomorrow.